Wrongs to Riches. We are, episode 3. This is a doozy. I cannot fucking wait. Holy moly. I'll introduce our guest in a minute. Quick 3 rules, everyone knows the go. Swearing's cool, go for your life. Yes or no answers, we don't like that shit. Explain it, elaborate, enjoy it. Fucking smile while you do it as well. That's number 3. Short, sharp, simple. Let's get fucking rolling.
Let's do it.
Welcome, baby Raymond, Davey J, my uncle, my brother, what's doing?
Nah, nada.
How are you, lad? You well?
Yeah, good, bro.
Mate, welcome to the podcast. It's a fucking honour to have you on. They wanted to do this one for a bit. Yeah, what's been happening?
Not a lot, eh? Just cruising.
Working?
Yeah, working, taking it day by day.
Fuck, it's tough growing up, isn't it?
It is, it is.
Oh, well, mate, it's got to be done. Mate, honestly, who are you? Who is Davey Johnson? I want to know who you are. I know who you fucking are, but for the people out there that don't know who you are, and what does this fella do? Mate, actually, first of all, beer.
Yeah, let's do it.
Beer?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mate, it's a new thing. It's a Saturday.
Let's do it.
Beers, gin, water, whatever you like. Mate, grab one.
Let's do it.
Go for it. Well, they're probably not the coldest because I kind of forgot to fucking... Hopefully we can fucking get this off. Mate, my pleasure.
Thanks, bro. Cheers, lad.
Cheers, my boy.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks for coming on.
All good, thank you.
So, back to the question. Who is Davey Johnson and what do you do, mate? What do you do for work?
So, for the ones that don't know me, I'm Davey Johnson. I grew up in La Perouse. I've got a lot of traditional connections up and down the coast, but
Yeah.
I do an Indigenous Land Ranger program.
So that's like, for people who don't know, it's down Yarra Bay,
Yeah,
La Perouse.
yeah. So it's called Gamay Rangers. So that's actually located in La Perouse. And Gamay is just the body of water in Botany Bay.
What? How long have I known you, chap? I didn't even fucking know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
But we do a big we've got a big cultural area that we cover. So we pretty much go from south head of Sydney Harbour down to the Port Hacking. So it's
Fuck.
yeah. So it's huge. But we're more familiar with Botany Bay.
Yeah.
So we're known as Gamay Rangers because we do a lot of our work within the bay.
Yeah, right.
We've been together since 2019, so it's I guess fairly new. But we've grown a lot since then.
Yeah.
We've gained a lot of experience around the land.
Yeah.
A lot of it around the ocean.
Yeah.
Starting to get a voice within our community around the ocean, how it's managed, because before our team actually come about, we never really had a proper say in how the ocean was managed or how the land was managed. So it was really just developing a voice within our community to see how, as being First Nation people, how we can actually, speak for our community, but in a professional voice, I guess.
Yeah.
To the bigger agencies, you can always hear, they don't want to hear yapping and stuff from a million different voices when they can actually just go to one. And now that they can go to our team and we can actually put it into a better voice to actually work and build a relationship and actually try and force a bit more power.
Right.
So we actually just became honorary rangers on the National Parks Wildlife Act, which is the first in pretty much the country that National Parks has actually allowed that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually huge. We're the first Indigenous ranger group actually in the country as well. So there's many around the country, but they're not primarily based on the ocean. So I guess where we're based is a bigger reason why we're so not connected, but so important with it, within our.
I was gonna say important. Well, you took the word on that.
Yeah. So it's really big because we've got one of the biggest ports there. We've got one of the biggest airports.
We do actually.
The most busiest boat ramp. Pretty much all this is within our within just our section in our country. So it's huge for us. It's massive, but you know, we feel that it's important to do so.
Fucking no. 100%.
So, you know, there's I guess it's just creating a platform, and, you know, for myself especially, you know, I gained a lot through there. Like, my grandmother, you know, she always said to me that I need to make sure I want to do something that I enjoy.
You love.
Literally. And I was like, yeah, Nan, I'll do that. I'll you know, that's my goal. I want to do something that I enjoy. Like, that's everyone's goal, you know?
Fucking oath.
And then, you know, even when, you know, when she said that, I actually started working with the Gajaga Foundation. So Gajaga Foundation is actually one of the preschools that is located at La Perouse.
That's where Auntie Vic works. Am I wrong?
No, so next door, yeah. So
Auntie Vic, David's mum.
Yeah.
Auntie Vic, we'll get into it, but
yeah. So mum works at the health centre.
Next door.
Literally next door, And then Gajaga is the childcare centre across the road from it. So that's, you know, I went there, my brother went there. My family actually, like my grandfather, my nan's sisters and stuff, they actually was the ones that got Gajaga up and running. So they actually done, you know, they went to council and you know, put the application into actually building
Bro, I've known you 15 years, I didn't even fucking know this.
Yeah.
Holy cunt.
Yeah, so they actually, like, it's massive, and, you know, Gajaga is just, you know, it's pretty much a small kid, a baby, that's in our Darrell language. So they're doing enormous huge work in our community.
Big
and
work,
it's got to be done, and
doesn't go unnoticed, but
100%. The way they're doing it and going about it is you know, very professional, and you know, I was
as you gotta be.
100%. They end up actually naming one of the big. They just actually got, I think it was the start of the year, got expanded. I took my nan down there. She almost cried. It was
really good.
Yeah, no, it was and it was only like her crying out of you know, excitement and happiness, and seeing how much, you know, how much our family
because Nan's been around for, how's Nan? Fucking like 80s?
Nah,
70s?
Mid-70s,
well, still, you know, do the math 50 years ago, from La Perouse 50 years ago to, you know, your area down there, to now, bro, she's seen 50, 60 years of it. To see it where it is now to where it was, bro.
100%,
it's going to bring happiness and joy to her.
100%, and, you know, especially like now they've named a room after me auntie. So me nan's, my great grandmother's
sister,
and me nan's sister. So it's you know, it is, you know, it makes me feel really like, you know, happy, I guess, to be able to be in that position to work for my community, because even with the Rangers, you know, once the Rangers actually come about, I was like, that's me. I want to get on this. Like, back to
that, like, you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly right. And that was
loving it.
Yeah, 100%. And like going through school, I was like, you know, I wanted to be part of national parks. Like, I'd done my work experience and stuff.
Fair.
And I understood that, like, I love being out and about. Like, I'd done work experience, like a pre-apprenticeship course, carpentry, and I was like, look, I enjoy this. Like, I'm not against it, but I prefer to be out and about on my country, learning about it, and you know, teaching other people about it.
It's good that you kind of, you know, gathered that at a young age. Like, a lot of people struggle to find what they want to do. It takes them years and years and years. Like, I'm in a similar spot now. You know, I was so dedicated to wanting to do physiotherapy, like, from a very young age. You know, year 8, year 9. I got to the point where I was like in year 12, and I got and started studying sports science, and I hated it. I was like, fuck, this, you know, I always wanted to do this, and now I'm in this, you know, in the finance realm, and I fucking love it. But it's taken me, you know, 3 years out of school to figure it out. 100%. And it's just so good that you figured out what you wanted to do so early. You tried something. You enjoyed it, but you knew your heart was somewhere else.
100%. I definitely do agree.
I love that.
And that's, you know, that's a highlight, part of the highlights through my life, you know. My work has, you know, supported me through the worst times through my life. And we'll touch about that.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say the worst, but it was a hard time.
A tough time.
That was probably better.
100%.
And we'll touch on that
a bit later,
but
absolutely.
After, throughout it, so make sure you listen in.
100%, that'll be
But yeah, no. So it was really to, I guess, develop a bigger voice for our community, and within that, I actually I feel that we've done a really good job.
Yeah,
we're now myself and two of the other boys that's part of my team. We are now part of the large whale disentanglement team. So
I remember you doing this course.
Yeah,
Water or something like that.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
I remember.
Right. Yeah. So it's
you were dirty, bro. That's not fun.
100%.
It's tough work.
And like when we done it in this, it was supposed to be in March, and I think we had a lot of rain. It was like floods or something. So
it was, bro.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was hectic.
Yeah.
And then they're like...
That might have been like the Queensland floods as well, mate.
It was Queensland floods, because I was in Queensland.
We were just waiting, yeah.
And then I was trying to fly back to make it in time.
Yeah.
And I messaged my boss, and I thought I was going to get rinsed. Because we're at the airport, all the flights got delayed. It was hectic. It was horrendous. Like, I seen the tarmac, and it was like a lake, and I was like, gee...
Bruh.
I was like, gee, what do I say to my boss? But, my boss, he's...
Legend, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know from by his side, but he's a fucking good bloke.
Yeah. No, like a lot of our communities, and even within our work industry, we're all related. And, my boss in particular, that's Robert Cooley, he's mentored me, and he's supported me through a lot of my, difficult times through life, and he's supported me to actually achieve the best for me. So
100%.
He was really close mates with my mum's brothers. So my mum's got two brothers. So
your uncles.
Yep. So one his name's Jonathan. So he got named after my brother.
Choss, the great fucking man.
Yeah. And I never got to meet him. I lost him. So it was difficult, but also my other uncle, and he's still alive, but he's he gets him the alcohol, so he's alcoholic, which is fine. If that's what makes him happy, and that's what's
that's fine.
That's I'm all about it. But as it's going back to my boss was best mates with both of them, and still to this day he tells me stories about both of the times with my uncles that I never got to actually, hear, and it's always a different story. Whether it's surfing, diving, them growing up, like playing sport in the street or down the paddock or whatever it is. It's just, and like that's what, and like even me I still don't completely, not completely convinced, but he reckon, because he lived a couple of doors down from me and mum used to live on Tasman Street at La Perouse, and yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, so you haven't been at fucking...
No, I've been at... I moved around, right? I moved around, and houses as well.
Fuck, I had no fucking clue.
Yeah, no, so I wasn't around then. Oh. Yeah.
You might have been a little bub.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I was a bubber.
Yeah.
Anyways, and
a little bit.
And my boss said to me, we really close. We worked, I'm with him pretty much 7 days a week, 5 hours a day.
Because you fucking work so 5 hours too, because you do dance and stuff as well,
Yeah, so I'm part of a dance group as well, that's actually, so now
fuck me dead. What don't you do?
I'm the lead dance group, lead dancer of the
Bro, you know what? Quick little short story. The great man, Zach Patterson.
Yeah.
Who just went on a massive Europe bend.
Yeah.
Well done, son, you made it back alive. Sent me a photo of my brother on the wall at the airport. Dancing.
Yeah, the international airport. Yeah.
Fucking off its head, man.
Yeah. No, so we're...
Mama, we made it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I was like, bro, what the fuck? I didn't know you were on the... I know you did the dance there, but I didn't know you were on the fucking billboard.
Billboard, yeah. Nah, there's a lot.
I know that guy.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot that goes on about it. But my boss reckons he still remembers the day that my mum come home from the airport, from the hospital, with me when I was a baby. And I was like, wow.
What do you fucking call him? His nickname?
Binta.
Binta. Yeah, I knew it was fucking B Binta, something like that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
but like little things like that, you're like, wow, like that's something that I can cherish.
Goes a long way.
100%, and like that's and have, as I said, with a mentor, like before my Rangers position, I had literally zero. Like I didn't even have my driver's license. Like
nothing.
I have
I'm
from
the
my Rangers. Literally, from my Rangers, I ended up buying a car. I got my driver's license, boat license, chainsaw, full drive, side by side. Tour guiding, land conservation management cert 3, become honorary Rangers. Literally, there's a million and one things. And that's the thing that we want to be able to. They gave me a lot of confidence and support to go to university at UTS. So school wasn't for me, but it was.
It's not for everyone. It
wasn't, but it was something that I wanted to experience. And the biggest thing that I was always scared of was failing. Like I think my fear was failing, 100%.
Yeah.
No doubt about it whatsoever.
I think it's to be fair in a lot of people.
100%. But you got to also think about.
You got to fail, but
yeah.
If you don't fail, then you're never going to get better at what you did before.
Or you don't learn from it.
Failure and criticism is 2 very important things in life, bro. You got to be able to handle it both ways.
Yeah, 100%. And the work, all the work that we do has direct impacts to our community. So it's not like I'm out, knocking down walls, doing demo or carpentry or whatever just to make a project manager happy or whatever it is. It's actually for the work that we do for our community, sitting there smiling and going, great work. We're trying to we're pretty much, I've done my scubas, so we're starting to do like a lot of marine research stuff and all that stuff. So like we got a lot of cultural knowledge around the bay and all that type of stuff, especially around habitat and stuff that scientists don't know about. Yeah. But they've got a lot of analysis and resources to find out why, and so we're trying to tie in to be able to adapt, like put it together to then go, sweet, let's work together and make it stronger and build a relationship. And I definitely do give credit to them, the universities and other institutes that actually they're really respectful towards our team and they help us out. And but as I said, a lot of my work's really been huge for me. Like it's a lot of the people within our community just say, nah, you drive around on a boat, that isn't a job. But really, it does feel like a hobby, to be completely honest.
But I don't know, I feel like work should be a hobby. You should enjoy it, 100%. You gotta enjoy what you do.
100%. But at the end of the day, it's, you still get income for it, so it's more than a hobby, I do love the work and everything else, and as I said, it's really rewarding. And I think now that as I said, with my grandmother, she's so happy with how far I've actually achieved and been so successful.
So she should, mate.
Yeah, so it's really
should be stoked.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck, that was awesome. That was fucking really good, mate. Maybe you should host a fucking podcast. That'd be so, bro. That's fucking gem, mate. Now all I want to talk about is us two.
Yes, sir.
Where the fuck did we meet? How did we meet?
Where do we start?
Come on, bro. You know where we met, chap.
Yeah, it was this tag, right?
Fucking oath it was, bro.
Was it Ferrymeadow?
Ferrymeadow. Well, we trained before, but we
was training before. Yeah, but I think that we always knew each other.
Yeah.
We always knew each other. Obviously, it was through footy. When you were at Bats, and obviously we're the same age, so a lot of us would
time ago.
But a lot of us would obviously burst each other, and but it wasn't like we would be like, who's that? It was always, we knew who each other was. Would always say hello, but it wasn't that obviously from having Ferrymeadow and having them tag actually creates bigger, stronger friendships, and I think hats off to us both for actually creating and still keeping that friendship real, because that's literally I don't know, how long you reckon?
Like I said, probably 14, 15 years.
Yeah, easily.
23 now.
But in saying it, as I always say to the guys that when I say mention yourself, I always say you me brother,
son of me, bro.
We've always we've played a lot of footy together, a lot of Oztag together in particular.
Fuck.
But there's only been, I think,
that's only a little niche, mate.
I think there was only 2 tournaments
we didn't play together.
That we didn't play together, but that's beside the Indigenous.
Obviously, yeah, because
that's beside the games that you couldn't actually
qualify for.
Yeah,
well, I'm not Indigenous, so
exactly. Yeah. But other than that, I think it was
the Big Four down at Heffron.
It was that one.
And this last recent little ITS World Cup.
That one, and there was a State of Origin.
Oh yeah, but I was fucking yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was 2015. So that's 7 years ago now.
We'd have been like under 17s or something. We were still juniors. We were still juniors.
Yeah, we're still juniors. 100% we're still juniors. 100%.
But that's how long ago the State of Origin was.
Yeah,
but
that was the Sunshine
Coast. Hasn't been back.
Really?
Hopefully he comes back. I think that's sensational.
Yeah.
And then there was one out of Blacktown as well. Yeah. Maybe a year later.
Yeah.
Or a year before that. I don't know. But it was on the Sunny Coast. That would have been mad.
But it was great. We actually stayed in Surfers and just drove up. That was sick.
Oh.
It was an experience, and it actually made you feel, at that time, you actually feel like you're a professional because, one, you're traveling for sport, and two, you're like,
but this is the life.
Yeah, literally. And like when you're going through that, you actually, at that age, you're like, you can semi-flex on people.
Yeah.
You know, and then like when you get older, you're like, it's good that we made that team. But when you're at that age and that, you can semi flex. But I think, you know, other than that, we've had a pretty successful rate.
Oh, what was it? Chubbs is our coach. Has been our coach since seniors, 2019. Bro, I don't know, 18 even.
Yeah.
Put a little side together and fucking had a lot of, you know, we had a lot of faith in us, and we're only very young. We were maybe 18. Fresh 18, going into the under 20s. No idea how we were going to go. Never played mixed doubles before. Didn't know how it would work with girls.
Yeah.
And to this day, I still think the girls are the most gold.
Yeah.
Perfect. You need them without them, we're nowhere near as success that we've had.
Yeah, 100%.
Like all the girls that we've had over the time, I could name them more. I don't want to name them all, but they know who they are.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Fucking phenomenal players.
And that's another thing for us. You know, we've played with so much, you know, strong, skillful females through our tag career. And that's the only reason why we've been in them, you know,
positions that we've been in is because of them, I think.
Exactly, 100%. Like we can only do so much on the field and whatnot, but having them as well and making them, you know, really strong, skillful, and pretty much playing like another male is
and you know what though, like I feel like we play for the CS district, the CS area, playing down in Heffron. Like we've always been very, very blessed to have such strong female players.
100%.
It's just we've never, like, if someone's actually unfortunately gotten injured or pulled out, and the next man up, woman up, it's fucking just been just as good. So like it's a massive asset to have such good female players in our comp.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we've got, you know, very good players, male players.
Yeah.
But like I said, without good females, you know, it's pretty hard to have a good mixed side.
Oh, 100%.
And it's like I said, it's paid dividends. I think it was like fucking 85 of 89 games.
Yeah.
Like we've lost very few, and like I said, very blessed and very, you know, overwhelming. It's quite overwhelming, but like I said, it doesn't. You know, that comes with such skillful players.
Yeah, 100%. And even our guys have been very strong. You know.
Yeah.
Even like, you know, we've had a lot of players in particular push through injuries.
Oh fuck yeah.
You know.
Oh mate. But you know what? Along with that, right, with the injuries, I feel like you have a core of players that kind of just carry through. Like yourself, myself, have been together since under 11s or 10s.
Yeah.
Fair amount. That's where obviously we met.
Yeah, fair amount.
Playing through tag, and we've played all the way through to today.
Yeah.
We have not missed a single tournament, state cup nationals together at all.
We're now 23.
23. Yeah. So like, to be able to do that with you is a fucking honour for one, and to still be doing it to this day.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, we probably had our peak. We've had our prime. You know,
yeah. 100%.
20.
Yeah.
Was fucking, you know.
Yeah. 100%.
We played the World Cup under Cam and Craney.
Yeah.
Mate, that was. We'll go to that. We'll go there.
Yeah.
But wow, you know what I mean? Like, and like we get into that point, like, you know, we're still very young.
Yeah. No. 100%.
but we've carried such a good core through, and then we've gone from 20s, and we've got the majority of the core that have played from the 20s, and we've merged into the mixed opens. And now this was a big deal.
This was huge.
Because there was a lot of talk on the outside saying, can they handle it? Can they do this and that? Like, is it are they up to speed?
Yeah. But in saying it, they were always saying it, and I always thought, it's going to be fine, whatnot. Yeah. But you could always tell that it was a complete different ballgame.
Bruh.
But we handled it.
Quicker, faster, physical.
We handled it.
109 yards.
We handled it, but you could see the difference of where you went from 20s to actually, more mature females where they would be able to read the game.
They can defend.
They could defend better. You'd have guys that...
Nothing against 20s girls defending, but like, they can defend, man. And they're not, you can't just run around.
Yeah, 100%. And also when you go through with the guys, they weren't even that skillful. They just had the chemistry.
Hard.
Like 100%. they wasn't spiteful. Yeah. When you go through 20s, you're like, this guy's going to run the whole field. He's going to dummy 15 times. He's going to do this, he's going to do that.
Whatever, so on.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, sick.
Good on you.
That's a great try.
But to do that
in the opens,
wow,
it's
you don't see it.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
You know, like people would do it, but like it's like, bro, you're 30. You're 45. Like, just settle it down. You know what I mean? Like, just you know, like.
I'm not talking about you, Tom Perrin, fucking 30-year-old.
Yeah. 100%.
No, but it's Scotty. Emmanuel's a great fucking man.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I guess, you know, when it comes down to experience and you know, obviously Scotty and Tommy in particular, they can just lead us around.
Bro,
they can literally just point us where to go. And you know,
that's what I've enjoyed the most, like listening to people that have been there for so long.
Yeah. And
just sponging it for the first, you know, I remember the first time I just wanted to just sponge and just kind of understand how, you know, these great players do it.
Yeah.
They've done it for so long.
Yeah, 100%.
Still continuing to do it. You know, they're fucking, like, they're 6-7 years older than us, mate.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time.
That's a long time for, you know, a lot of body,
bro, hard.
You know, a lot of work on your body.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's just, you know, running or whatnot, like it's still carrying that.
100%.
And I definitely do take you know, their word for it being a different game, but also they do deserve credit to actually still be in the game still to this day, because it's not like they're just out there to hold their ground. They're actually they're killing it.
Fuck yeah.
Literally, like they're out there running them up.
Yeah, and I was all praise to Chubbs. Like Chubbs is fucking.
Oh, bro, where do we start with him?
Oh, took 3 hours, mate. He's
yeah,
kind of been our rock and kept us all together and
I think
doing what we're doing.
Yeah, 100%. I think that he absorbed a lot of
pressure. I guess.
Yeah, 100%. He done really well with pressure, because there was I can't recall much times where he would actually, you know, force the pressure onto us.
Yeah.
I can't think
he just sits back. And that's what I like about him so much. He just sits back and lets the players do their thing.
Yeah.
When he needs to step in, he'll step in.
Yeah, 100%.
He'll tell you off.
Yeah.
And you respect that. You come out.
Yeah, and I think the good thing with us as well is that, like, everyone that's actually played under Chubbs has, you know, obviously respects him, but like, they don't take it on an offense level. They
100%.
They sit back. They'll, not that he rinses you, but they'll take the advice and they'll go, sweet.
Okay.
No worries, I can do that, or whatever else. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think we've had a potentially his record with us has been
it's pretty good.
Horrendous. Like but you know, I definitely do, you know, give him a massive shout out to Charles, because, you know, he left, you know, a lot of
faith in us and
a lot of faith with our squad, and you know, he's sacrificed a lot for us, and we've also sacrificed a lot for him. So and that's part of the game. You know, you got to,
bro.
Literally, as a coach, and you know, myself and you, we actually coached under 16s.
Yeah, that was a good couple of years.
That was a great
tough.
Yeah, it was. But like, you know, we you know, we put our knowledge, our skills, into the younger boys, their mind, and get them to try absorb it and actually play the way that we should think that, you know, that would, you know, break the other team, or and that was a great experience.
And you build friendships from it. Like today, I still see the boys. I seen Shani Mar at the gym the other day.
Yeah,
looking unreal.
Yeah.
Great little chap. Zach McConnell.
Yeah.
Flano. Don't even start me on that kid. I swear to God. He's come back from Europe.
Yeah.
At the time of his life, he said. Clayton, all the boys. You know,
Yeah.
not representing Manny.
Yeah.
I love them all. They're all good kids. Really, really good kids.
Yeah.
And that was, just like I said, to give back.
We had James, lad.
James, Rick Flair drip.
Ric Flair drip.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it was like I felt like we've been in the game so long. It was just we wanted to get back and
100%. And that was
kind of spit our knowledge.
100%, and that was what I think I enjoyed as well.
Yeah.
And even like we had Terry Callis there. He
great. Unbelievable.
Great, but he literally done a lot of the paperwork and stuff, but he would leave to the field and for us to actually control and help out.
Yeah.
So it was for us. I think that it was potentially one of the
It was a learning experience, I guess.
100%.
Yeah.
And I love that because we've had a lot of experience through that age group together. It's not like, I've been playing somewhere, you've been playing somewhere else, and we play a very similar game. And, when it comes to faith on the field, especially, like, I've got a lot of faith in yourself. And in my squad as well, it's not a one-way stream, but, I definitely do pay my respects to, the younger boys that's actually absorbed.
Listen to us.
Yeah, and 100%. And even, Clay's killing it at the moment.
He's playing rugby in Canberra, I think.
Yeah, he's at the Brumbies, so he's, from my knowledge anyways.
Yeah, I think he is, I'm pretty sure.
But that's a massive platform,
Hard.
But I guess, when you know where you want to be and you know what you need to do to be there, he does it. So, and that's for anyone, once you can see where you want to be, like it's a bit of a tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Go for it, because if you don't shoot your shot, you're gonna lose your opportunity. So
100%. In more ways than one.
100%.
And the good thing about Oztag, right, is like it's such a fucking. It's pretty blessed to be part of such a massive community. Like you make so many friends. Like, bro, we got mates from fucking. I'm gonna shout out all the fucking gang in Queensland. Jackie Me, Jackie Legs, Kiani, JT, H. That's family.
Yeah.
So like, bro, and I still keep in contact with them probably nearly every day.
Yeah.
Like they are such good people.
Yeah, 100%.
And all it takes is like a simple, what's doing? I'm flying up. Yeah, so you come stay with us.
Yeah.
They're fucking gems, man.
Yeah,
we played with a lot of them in the 2018 World Cup.
Yeah. And it feels like an extended family,
Fucking oath.
And for me, even blackfellas, a lot of our blackfellas have a lot of family. That's my cousin. Well, how's your cousin? He's just my cousin, right?
Who, Bailey Collins?
Oh, let's start with him. But like that type of stuff, But even having them, I think we didn't know from Barra, so literally, but. I think the way that
that week of camp that we had. So we went up when we played the World Cup 20. We had a week of camp. Cam and Crane, who was our coach and manager. Shout out to them. Fucking love them to death.
Especially Cam. Had a bit of a
love you, mate. And I'm thinking about you every day. But
pay my respect, brother.
Pay respects, yes. And the thing was, they wanted to get something for a week camp to gel. Gel, did we? Fucking what?
Yeah, 100%.
They've hired out a whole fucking what's it? Not. It was like a motel type thing.
It was like cabins. It was like cabin, like.
And set us all up.
Yeah.
Set us all up in fucking different rooms. So obviously the boys are the boys, girls are the girls.
I think, mate. Look, I think the best thing that they done was they selected us. They selected us to be with people that we didn't really know.
Hard. I was with Zion.
Jackie
Legs. Did you have kids?
No, you had Jordan. You had Jordan.
We had Jordo.
I had kids.
Did I have H?
Yeah.
I had H.
No. I had.
This is like 4 years ago. This should be fresh, bro. I just remember having Zion, bro. What a bloke.
Oh, it's
life of the party,
shotgun every morning.
By George Ezra.
Everyone
shot.
Yeah. No, he was.
If you fucking know, you fucking know.
100%. And it'll be like sunrise, and you're hearing it. You're like, Z, bro, just leave it.
Bro, remember the Wednesday night? They were like, no more drinking. Our room was fucked.
but but you know what? That Wednesday
he was naked walking around like bulk nothing.
yeah, I do recall that actually. I do recall that.
Not to put you on show or anything,
Yeah,
but
I know.
bro, that was a big night.
Yeah, that was huge.
And
But you know what?
That made us train.
Yeah, and that was a rough training session. But you know what? That was actually really good because you know we trained literally all week.
Yeah.
And that was potentially one of the best lead ups I've ever had towards a tournament.
Oh man, that's hands down the best I've had.
And
I loved it so much.
Yeah, 100%. And I think like gelling with our mates.
Yeah.
You know, and whether it was on and off the field.
Yeah.
And then carrying, you know, into Wednesday night where we had a couple of drinks, too much drinks. But then, you know, it was an experience, and I think, you know, they definitely made a memory for myself, and I think definitely, and before we, you know, we forgot to mention that earlier that year we actually went to New Zealand.
Oh yeah, Tasman. Forgot about that. Fuck, my bad.
Yeah, no. So
we're kind of a similar crew.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah. I think it was like one or two people that didn't make it. I think. I think the availability wasn't there, so they just got another person.
So that was the Trans-Tasman. We went over to New Zealand playing the Trans-Tasman series against New Zealand, and it was a best of 6.
No, was it? I can't recall. I can't remember.
5 games. We played Friday, Saturday.
It was 5. Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Culture over there. You know,
yeah.
The haka.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they were really
respectful people as well.
Heartwarming. Like they were really, really, and it's so good to see how much their culture is not incorporated, but like really connected with them.
Yeah, 100%.
That type of stuff, you know.
I feel like you said before, that was the start of that bonding.
100%.
To go to New Zealand, that's a big trip.
Yeah.
You know, just to play tag.
Yeah.
It was massive. Now the World Cup's in fucking Ireland next year.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, hopefully we can make that. Hey,
bro, maybe
that'll be a big. Yeah, 100%. I think that'll be a big experience for us. But it was really good for myself. So that was my first time actually playing for Australia. I played for Indigenous Australia previous years.
Yeah, same with me. First time. Very blessed. It was very blessed. Thank you, Tim and Granny, for that.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, boys. But I really experienced a whole different, you know, gameplay for one.
Oh, man.
But I experienced, you know, everything, literally everything. Like I don't even know where to start. Like it was amazing, and you know, then we actually, you know, got a couple games under our belt. Yeah. And you know that actually led into the World Cup a couple of months later.
Yeah.
And then we had a training sessions. Just a little shout out to my brother Bailey. Bailey couldn't make it. He was doing his AA. He was doing his
Collins.
Yeah, he was doing his.
He was too.
And then he went to Fiji.
On Friday.
He did. And he was blowing up. He was filthy that we were out having a couple of drinks with each other, having a laugh. He was the messages I got off him. Yeah, 100%. The messages that I got off him. Wow.
Yeah.
But you know, once he come to play and he had an absolute cracker of a tournament.
Yeah. Oh, bro. And I feel like Keelan Crane have nailed that down, I would tell you. Like, getting that week before. They just did it with the ITS, the World Cup before. They got all the guys there a couple of days early.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might have been the Monday or the Tuesday. It was on the FaceTime with them to Cam.
Yeah.
And him and fucking Craney went 6 or 7 days straight on the beers, playing golf.
Wow.
I said, boys, these are weapons, eh?
Yeah. 100%.
And they're just sitting there blind, rotten drunk. And they had the whole team there, I think a couple of days before, maybe like on the Tuesday, the opening ceremony was on the Thursday.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Everyone bonds. Bro, they won the grand final, like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, like 18-1 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, for a GF. But in saying it, you know, we went on to lead that, win that tournament as well, the World Cup.
That's what I'm saying, like, it works.
Yeah, 100%. I can't remember the final score. It was
close. It got close. We were up by a lot, but it got close.
We were ripping, eh?
Yeah, Big Jordan had a fucking ripper.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it.
We dominated. That was the year last captain.
Yeah.
So that was
special.
You know, for yourself, that would have been a massive achievement. You know, that was obviously the second time you've chucked an Aussie jumper on in your Oz tag career, but you know, to be able to actually, you know, vice captain, you know, our squad and you know, on behalf of our country of Oz tag, that would have been an experience for yourself.
It was good.
Yeah.
You get to lead us out every year, and at South level, and it's
South and nuts. Yeah,
there's no one better to learn from yourself, mate.
But
it's fucking deadly football you got.
But it's still to be honest, at that level, it doesn't feel like it's I'll have another line, please. To be honest, at that level, it doesn't actually feel like you're teaching anyone out there. You're just
but like we look up to you.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
because,
I suppose.
You got the CDC name skipper. That's the way that's the way the cookie crumbles, bro. Like you look up to your captains, and Jordo and Kiani were our captains in the World Cup, and I'd always look up to Jordo, and he's a phenomenal player, and might have stolen his shit kick.
Congrats for him for having a baby.
Yeah, a little bum. You see him dance on the Instagram the other day?
I haven't.
Bruh, she's got some moves, a little one. Yeah, and Maddie, well done. His partner.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, like and like I said, going back to that, it just you create friendships.
That's exactly right.
Brotherhoods, families.
Yeah, no, 1,000,000%.
Whole lot.
Like, that was that 2018?
2018. Yeah, 2018.
And then since then, like it's you claim friendships and family. Like you're not
family. Bro.
It's not. None of them.
Kizza, the great fucking man.
Oh, what a bloke! He did.
Honest to God.
He's a big Engadine Heathcote.
Engadine, yes.
Shout out type of guy. He reps that to his
Wears it on his sleeve, the lad.
Oh.
Not a heart on the sleeve. Engadine on the sleeve.
Yeah, 100%. And I still will never forget the way he was walking home after the World Cup.
Kids, not gonna name and shame you, bro.
And my brother Rich, playing.
We'll talk about that
with us
as well soon, bro.
Yeah. But he actually never played a Sunday until he actually got selected with our squad for Nats. He scored the first try in our semi-final against Penrith. It was
that was a game.
Mate, that game.
We were down 7-1, 6-1. Half time, we were gone.
Was that the game?
First tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the semi-final?
Semi-final, bro. Against Tigers.
Oh,
there were no cheats.
Yeah, no.
101-1.
And we ended up coming back and winning.
8-6, 7 or 7-6 or something like that.
Yeah. No, it was even a shout out to the Penrith teams. Like they've always I think they're always our rivalries and
biggest, strongest competition for sure.
100%. And but the thing is, we always when it comes to tag or saying fuck Penrith, and that's always prior to the tournament, or prior to the game. But even and I'm sure they're saying it back, which is completely understandable. Like about South, but as soon as that whistle's blown or the siren goes,
family.
Well, it's all love.
100%.
Especially, if they take it out or we take it out, like there's always been that, the competition between us has always been really, really, really difficult. And easily our biggest rivalry.
There was one point we were going back and forth. Like they'd win and we'd win.
Yeah.
And they'd win and we'd win, and it was just
they
might have won 2 in a row. They won 2 in a row. It was back and forth.
100%. But they. Yeah. In saying it, they always had strong females as well. And their men's squad was always strong as well. So like that, even if their tag, their mixed 20s or whatever it was would go to their men's, they would just pretty much exchange. Stronger. Yeah, but they would even then exchange from their men's squad to their mixed squad, and they would always be. It's not like it's okay. It's going to be an easy game because yada 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 isn't playing. It's actually the fact that someone else is backing you up far out. Now I've got to defend him. So like, 100%. And I think that they've easily been our biggest rivalry.
Without doubt.
But it's always a pleasure.
No shame Marlins in my family up there.
Jackie Legs.
I love his to death, but when we do get to play the national, it's always good.
What did he do? He took the intercept
from Bry.
From Bry. Here's my brother too.
100%
Bry. 100% Bry. I love ya. Especially in New Zealand.
That was no human.
Even though you threw me under the bus in New Zealand, it's never gone unnoticed. Our Aussie squad will remember that. But I threw you under the bus and stitched you up in the World Cup. And also, happy birthday to Rach yesterday. It was her birthday yesterday. you know,
we goats from the 2018 squad.
Yeah, we met her through Aussies, so that was obviously creating a really friendships, and whether it was out of different states or different areas from our districts. But that was actually a really, really good friendship. We end up we stayed back for a couple. Yeah, we still speak to him.
Yeah.
That
was that little trip that we had up there at Cox.
Yeah, a couple of days
later. Thank you very much for having us.
Kylie and
Rod.
Kylie and Rod. Yeah.
Fucking goats.
Yeah, that was sick.
Nice couple of days after we drove home and.
Yeah. Needed it. Mum Cup Day, actually, I remember that. I remember I got done online.
Definitely would fucking winning.
Definitely done on the line. But no, that was happy birthday for yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you had a cracker. But I think our OzTag has really brought, outside our OzTag,
you got your mates, your brothers, your family, whatever. But
100%. But even on the field, we always have our moments where we're shining, and it never goes unnoticed, especially myself and you. Like I think we've now achieved pretty much everything we've probably the furthest you can make, and furthest you can actually achieve. Whether it's World Cup, that's stay. I think we go back to back. Hopefully, in November we actually got our
fingers crossed. Yeah, we're going for, I think, not to fucking toot our horn or nothing. But I think it's 4 in a row now.
Yeah, it's going to be
fingers crossed.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
It's a big, strong competition in this one. I've heard a lot of teams. We've got a lot of good players back. And I know Jordo's playing for fucking Canberra, for example. Like, he's back playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they've got a good side. Good, everyone's got good teams. And Marlins are stacked.
Jackie Legs,
Kiani, JT, fucking H-E. I think H-E's girlfriend Shana's playing.
Wow.
Also, quick shout out to them up there. Kiani and JT have just bought a house.
Wow.
Sensational. That ain't easy to do.
100%.
That ain't easy to do. So really well done to them, and they've got a nice little spot. But like I was saying, like as far as you go as mates inside of family, inside of OzTag.
100%.
Got your boys back here.
And I think you can't always do that with randoms. I guess literally, like your coach can always say, "This is your squad. See the training, or good luck." But the way that ourselves
get in Monday
with them, 100%, 100%. But myself, yourself, the rest of the squads and all that, the way that we all adapted and as I said, on and off the field, I think that we've done it really fucking good.
Fucking know. And like we were saying, like just a minute ago, like you got your OzTag family, you got your boys and your girls and this and that.
Yeah.
But you've also got mates outside.
100%.
And the brothers.
No, 100%. And I know that, like, when it comes to tag, South is always in the picture and in the chats.
Like blessed, very blessed. Very
actually, I know it wasn't in the chat when it comes to a podcast in OzTag. It was part of OzTag.
We didn't get it.
We didn't get a mention at all.
That's alright.
But actually,
favoured. That's alright.
We went on and won that year.
Yeah, it was. Last tournament.
Last tournament, yeah, right. So, I guess we were slept on, but that's what.
It's just outside noise, that's alright.
Yeah, but that's what we can do.
Put your head down and work.
It's not going to do itself, but
100%. Nothing more, nothing less. The boys, bro.
Fuck, here we go.
Richard,
Jacob,
Stingray. Don't get me started on Stephen.
Stingray, bro.
Collins. Yourself, myself, that's family right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's the boys. Riz. Riz as well, yeah. I love my boy Riz. He come from Dubbo. Wagga, my bad, sorry, Riz, fuck. It's goes in the show myself, I can listen, but Wagga, so Riz is, Richard's cousin, and kind of came into the boys as well a bit later. That's family right there.
Yeah, 100%. I'll break it down, bro. So, as we'll speak, I'll speak about Riz while we mentioned him, so Riz, he's
Richard's cousin.
It's Richard's cousin, but he was always in and out of Lapa. So his pop was he's pretty much born and raised in Lapa.
Yep.
and he's pretty much directly across from Richard, and they're the same. We're all the same age.
Yeah.
Besides Stevie and Stevie and Jacob.
Yeah, a bit older the boys. Yeah.
Yeah. And sorry, Bailey's a year younger. But you know, I still remember like, so Leaky, Riz's baby brother.
Little fella.
Yeah, young lad.
Right.
Yeah, what a
Shut up, Gailey.
That was the best part. I agreed to it. But I still remember, you know, he used to come over to home when he was young.
Yeah.
Spend some time, and you know, I remember seeing Riz, and honestly, I seen him maybe 2.5 years ago, and from then I didn't see him for easily over 5 years plus.
Wow.
Minimum, at the bare minimum.
Wow.
I didn't see him in ages. When I seen him, and I was like, bruh, we got a lot to catch up on.
Bruh.
Like, we got a lot. And he goes, yeah, bruh, I'm moving up to Sydney soon. I'm like, listen, like, I know a lot of people always
I still remember the first day, bro. I met Riz.
Yeah.
Still remember.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm moving up, and I'm like,
You joking?
a lot of people, yeah, 100%. I was like, look, a lot of people always say, yeah, I'm going to do this, especially from a country's outside,
Yeah.
you know, like, he was living in Wagga. I've got a lot of family actually not far from Wagga.
Yeah.
In Griffith.
Yep,
That's where
yep,
my Johnson's family comes.
Name comes from. Yeah.
Comes from, yeah. So he knows a lot of my cousins down there. He knows a lot of the boys that I've played footy with. When I'm outside footy. So, but yeah, once he come, like actually end up moving to Sydney. You know, he was part of the boys. He was always part of our family. He was, you know, he was open.
Smooth sailing, mate. Straight in.
Yeah, 100%. You know, he was always with open arms.
100%.
To him, you know, and
that's what we're like.
He's always gave that back too.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's not like
all the boys do.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the good thing about our, you know, us boys. You know, we're always, you know, I guess we're different, you know, nationalities. You know, Stevie's Assyrian. You know, yourself not Indigenous, but you know, you still, you know,
Brothers,
pay your respects. And yeah, 100%. You don't need to be you know, dark skin or whatnot to be actually to make you feel like you're your mob, you know.
Yeah.
So you're done, daddy.
Black red cancer. But yeah.
But you know, we are a mob. But Richard, where do I start with that?
Oh, that fella.
Literally,
a lot of time for that lad.
My mum and his mum, Auntie Nay, they were best mates.
Bro, cooks the grouse
Curry sausages
and chicken Alfredo, cuz.
Oh yeah.
I remember he's having a tag. He's a big fucking.
Bro, you know.
Auntie Nay.
Nah, bruh.
Wow.
She can clutch up, but
I haven't had the curry sausages, bruh. I've never had black fella college curry sausages.
Naz, so Auntie Nay's mum, wrap it up. Say less.
Say less,
say less, bro. Say fucking less.
That's what I'm saying. I love that.
Oh, bro.
I've never had it. I've had you know the old Means fucking curry sausages.
Yeah.
Nothing against that.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, hard.
No, Dino cooks a good curry sauce,
Yeah,
but
I don't know where to start with it. No, Naz's cooking.
Oh wow,
Bro.
But yeah, Richard, fucking yeah,
he's my brother.
Yep.
You know, we're the same age. We literally done everything, and obviously his mother and my mum were best mates through high school, primary school. They went to primary school together.
Yeah.
Mum still tells me stories about the house they're living in at the moment.
Yeah.
Just all that little stuff, and I'm like, I soak and I absorb it, because it makes me feel, you know, happy to know that like, he ain't just a stranger to me. He ain't just a guy that I met down the street. You know, he's my brother. Like he's literally, you know, I've achieved a lot of footy with him. You know, I played a lot of, you know.
He's one of the ones that started out as a tag as well. It was
literally
very original.
Like tag, you know. Pretty much I think I played every tournament but the State of Origin thing with him. Literally, like, and that's
because he would have played like the Four Nations and Oceania with you as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, 100%. And you know, we played a lot of rugby union together, like L7s. We've played a lot of like rugby league together. Yeah, a lot of Lapa. So like, you know, he's Lapa through and through, and so am I. But you know, I love that kid with all my heart. Like he's always you know, he's a quiet fella, and you know,
a pin drop when he's fucking talking.
Yeah, bro.
Let me tell you.
Literally, like, and the thing with him, like, I would always be extra loud just to get something
Him to
speak like a word out of him, and I'll be like, "This speak,
Richard,
bro."
spoke.
Like,
You good?
like
Are you sure?
100. Like but nowadays when he's with us, it's
Oh yeah.
you know, it's not Richard shut up.
Where do we even
but,
start?
Yeah, but it's that you can see he's comfortable, and that's what makes me happy. You know, like everyone's got a voice around us, and don't be shy to use it. You know, that's with Rich is just Bailey. This bloke.
Fuck this bloke.
Yeah,
I love this bloke.
I love him. You know, he's always especially towards his family. His family's always you know, gave me open arms. Yeah, 100%. They've
more to death.
100%. They've always looked out for me. They've always pretty much, more or less claimed me as you know, part of their family, and I respect that.
Well, yeah.
You know, and obviously,
I love that.
It goes both ways. You know, it doesn't go. It's not a one-way stream. You know, so Bailey, you know, I played a lot of footy with him. A lot of tag, you know.
Yep, he's one of the original ones as well.
100%. And you know, he knows a lot of the work that, you know, we do together.
He knows where he
doesn't go unnoticed. Yeah, no, 100%. He definitely knows where
all the boys do.
Stevie, I actually, yeah, bro, got to
cooking up, cuz. Look at
that was the best.
When did we go back down?
Yeah,
Summer's coming.
Needs to be done.
Summer's coming. So down where Mum Auntie Vic works at. There's a boys' home and there's basketball court.
So there's the preschool, and then down more is near the Laparas local Aboriginal Land Council where I work. But then there's a basketball court there.
And we nearly spent every fucking day. Every afternoon down that court.
100%. And
shirts off, balling up, Steve fucking cooking James Harden.
100%. You chuck the speaker on. But it was.
It got competitive.
Oh, bro, it got competitive. It felt like we were walking down Brooklyn, bruh.
Stephen fucking Jacob.
Jacob comes with fucking
the rebound man, the rebound man.
Bruh, he comes with fucking head fucking.
Bruh, Vince Carter on his back, cuz.
Bruh, Vince Carter singlet on, like all the gear, no idea, literally.
Oh fuck!
And he's doing all these like fake jump shot fadeaways, like. Bro, relax. Is there, bro? Oh, literally, but like
every day, bro.
100%. And that was potentially one of the best summers I've spent. Especially growing up as well. Like I think, you know, growing up, I was always out and about, always surfing down Maroubra. And it was sick. I loved it. But then when, you know, we all got a bit older,
you grow up, bro. You get independent. That's what happens.
And look, to be completely honest, we're not all professional basketball players, but we all know how to shoot a ball, you know.
Steve holds his own
Stingray, oh, don't start me with that. Have you seen the jump shot, the layups?
Oh, I've seen it all, cuz. Don't worry about it. You know that.
Stick to 2K, bro. But I remember, bro, one of the first days. So me, my brother, and Stevie were down at you know, my home.
It's cooking up,
bro. I remember he I think he wanted me to pick and roll him or something. Hit him.
Steve?
Yeah. And literally, pick and roll, hit him, he hit me back, passed it, hit a free, sunk it. And sorry, mate, I must say, we're going up against randoms, like literally randoms.
Oh, really?
Like, it's the game. This is the game.
I remember this story.
It's the game.
Yeah, I do.
Like, we're going up against randoms, bro. And
Yeah.
Steve's so competitive. And like, as everyone is. Anyways, I hit this free. And I look, and he just looks at me, and then he just goes, and just cooking it. And I was like, bro. They scored a point, but I'm laughing too much. I'm just like, I can't. Like, I love you, bro, but wow, he's cooking. Like, bro. Oh, it was Stevie, you know.
But we'll know Steve.
Oh, bro. For Stevie,
Steve, cuz.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a boy right there.
Bro, I actually met him. It wasn't even that long ago, to be honest, but it feels like I've known him for my whole life. My brother actually played Maddo Tigers with him, bro. There's a full...
Shut the...
Mum's oath. There's a full photo of them two together. Yes, bro, front row. They're like friends. Mum's oath. There's a photo of Stevie just sitting
there. Is he wearing number 8 or is he wearing number 10?
I don't know. Oh, I can't say it. He's just sitting there like that. It's a crack up, bro. Straight out.
Bro.
But bro, I actually met him through Fortnite. No word of a lie. No word of a lie. And he's one of my best mates now, eh?
Yeah,
100%. And I never thought that you would create such a good relationship, friendship, through a game. You're like, yeah, fair enough. But I actually, no word of a lie. It's you know, it actually from a game, it actually created a really good friendship, and you know, he's one of my brothers now. Who's it? Jacob. Fuck me, dead. Here we go.
Holy, can we just first date this up?
Hey.
Can I just first?
Yeah.
First.
Of course.
My brothers over there all loved up.
Yeah, he's a.
Congratulations. He really is, and he's happy, bro.
Yeah, hard.
People don't know his horse's story. He's got a good story, the fella, and
yeah,
to see him happy is it's fucking.
To be completely honest, to see anyone
awesome.
Happy, but from the background of what he has,
yep.
Is definitely a bonus for us.
Oh.
You know,
yep.
as and like to all the males that listen, you know, and sorry, I won't even just say males, to everyone that's out there, you know, don't wait to speak, you know. We would, you know, prefer to be up middle of the night to
chatting away,
speaking away, rather than, you know, in tears and you know, regretful moments. So you know, I guess things get hard in life and stuff, but
life is hard. It's not meant to be easy, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
As unfortunate as it is, that's the truth.
But bro, at the end of the day, you know, when you're going to face the challenges, you need obstacles in life to be able 100%. To test your ability to whatever 100%. You can adapt to. Like, you know, if you don't get a challenge, then how do you know where you are with life?
Exactly right. And before going that, like Jacob's had some big challenges in life.
Yeah, 100%.
And to see him happy, to see him doing what he's doing now.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
It really is.
I'm honestly, I can't explain how grateful I am to have him as my brother. You know, he means very well when he comes, you know, when he comes to the table with stuff. I actually last weekend he. So I remember, I think it was 2 years ago. So not last year because COVID was about, but the year before that. We're at the career knockout, and I wasn't playing. And then they said, "Look, we need an extra player. Do you mind playing?" And I was like, "Yeah, right, whatever. I'll just have my boots on. I'm happy to, you know, help out." And I did zero training and stuff. And the boys, there was 2 of the boys from our community, but there was a lot of people that was just walking in our community when it comes knockout time to play for Lapa and all this stuff. And it was just, anyways, and he come in, and they put him on the field. It was first game. So if people don't know how knockout works, knockout's more or less if you lose your first game, you're out. It's the Koori knockout, so a lot of the pretty much all the Koori communities pretty much across New South Wales put us an NRL team, well not sorry NRL, but a rugby league team in to be able to verse each other. It's been around. It's actually the last weekend was the 50th year anniversary.
It was a good one. Watched a lot of games.
It was an absolute cracker. Yeah, it was absolute cracker.
Seriously talented kids.
Yeah, 100%. I'm still recovering from it. But it's you know, it's a rough game, but it's so good because you catch up with people you don't even you very rarely see. You know, as like I've literally got family. You know, Griffith, Foster / Tyree. Down the south coast. You know, Kempsey, Melbrook. Like I've literally got so much family that's just spread out elsewhere, and you know, without the knockout, you don't actually get to catch up with them and watch actual proper talent.
It's hard.
100%. You watch actual proper talent. You know, there's a lot of NRL players. You actually get to you know, test your ability going up against some NRL players.
Foxy
plays. Foxy, my brother.
Foxy.
100% shout out to him. Spent a lot of my childhood and my what was it, primary school, going into high school.
Foxy's very good mates with your brother.
Very, very, very close.
Very, very.
But forever proud of him, bro. Yeah, 100%. No, he definitely. And the good thing with Foxy is definitely doesn't forget of what
where he's kind of come from in a way.
Yeah, he doesn't forget of his real mates of when it's going through through being famous of NRL, being potentially one of the best NRL players.
It's an icon. It's a big thing.
100%.
You create a picture. You create like a kind of build one for yourself.
100%. Even like with my grandmother and my mum, you know, he's always asking what he can do to, you know, see if they're alright or help or whatever, if they need anything like, and that mate, you know, I guess for myself and my brother, we're always stable, but like to actually see some support of someone that's actually doing really well, and not just because he has that name, but the fact that he's doing really well and he's looking up, and really you know, he's now back at the doggies. You know, their tournament was pretty hectic, but you know, he's I always said to him, like, even when we're at you know, I went down to Melbourne, so we went down to Melbourne, watch it, Anzac game.
Dude, didn't come out.
Yeah.
Someone told me to come too, I didn't come.
Yeah, nah.
Yep.
He actually he actually pretty much gave away his playing jersey.
Yeah, I remember that.
Signed it, and we actually framed it for and gave it to my grandmother.
Who was that?
Yeah, it was his Anzac jersey, so it was a dedication for my grandfather.
I love those fucking jerseys, bro.
Yeah, no, it was really special for us, and you know, like I know it's only a jersey, but you know, it means more to know that, you know, my grandfather, his father, his uncle, so my great grandfather's brother.
Yep.
You know, he more or less was captured by you know, Shanghai prisons and held a hostage and stuff. So you know, I've got we'll get into about my grandfather's and my you know, the army experiences and stuff, but you know, Foxy's always made sure that, you know, we're right. Literally we're right. So, you know, I always said to him, bro, like, you know, I understand you're at the best club in the league at the moment. What makes you want to come back? And he's like, no, it's just my family. He goes, like, literally, I've achieved.
So, you moved down to Melbourne.
100%. He's like, look, I've achieved everything I want to achieve, and you know, to be honest,
Origin,
literally,
Australia,
right, everything, and then, you know, I understand that from, you know, from a perspective, like my perspective, to go, you know, I just want to be with my family, because without my family, I'll be lost. You know, I've got, like, as I said, with my grandfather, you know, I lost him, so it was a massive hiccup for me, but you know, still trying to adapt to, you know, fill them shoes, but you know, having, you know, an understanding about where we all sit within our family, you know, helps us a lot out.
So, and your grandfather, like, you were very close with him.
Yeah.
It was a very tough time. For me, it was a tough time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It wasn't in my pop, you know, just to see that you were so shaken and rattled by it.
Yeah.
You know, it sends waves, bro, through the boys, and the boys knew that it wasn't an easy time, and obviously, you know, he parted ways with this world, and he's fucking done it all.
Yeah.
How'd you come back? You know, how'd you get through that as a human being? How did you deal with it?
It's so hard, bro. To be honest, like, so the ones that don't know my grandfather's name's Victor Simon.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know, originally from Foster, but he was actually
great place.
Beautiful.
Fucking beautiful.
So he was born in Taree Hospital, but
that's where the Simon's name's from?
Yeah. So
it's Kempsey and Taree, correct?
Nah, Foster and Taree.
Foster and Taree.
Yeah. No, all good. So, you know, I've still got my pop sisters that's living up in Foster and Taree at the moment. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, like, I'm still kicking myself about not being able, like, didn't have a chance to be able to see and meet my family that, like, when my pop was around.
Yeah.
So my pop, he served war. He was part of the Battle of Long Tan.
Yep.
And, you know, he was really recognised and respected throughout our community. Everyone in Matraville and La Cruz understood and knew where he stood and what he'd done for our community. Our country.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a massive story behind him, and you know, I'm obviously honoured to be able to be his grandson.
Yeah.
You know, when growing up, I understood it, but I didn't understand the whole lot of it.
Yeah.
So
you're
like,
young, bro.
100%. But he always, like, there was always stuff that he would do that I wouldn't pick up on.
Yeah.
And you know, he would always tell my older cousin more than he would tell my brother, and then he would always tell my brother more than he would tell me.
Yeah.
But I never knew why. But
Yeah.
it was always the fact that, it was the age difference of it. So
Yeah.
like as we were getting older, he would tell us a little bit more.
You go up a little bit more, you know what I mean?
A little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would always like, Nan always said, he loves playing golf and all this stuff, but he would always play golf because it was like a meditation for him, because he was so traumatized from what he experienced.
Yeah, fucking as you would be.
100%. But
Completely normal.
Nan would always say, he can't hear. And I'm like,
really?
and I'm like, what's wrong? And she'd be like, landmine went off and it busted his ears.
Fucked his ear.
And I'm like, gee, and stuff like that. And I'll be like, I never knew that. I remember it was my 18th birthday, and like my pop, he more or less helped raise me, my mum's, wow, I don't know where to start with my mum, she's,
love to death.
she raised me, very well, I guess. She's helped me out, with everything in life, but it's been difficult for me. It's been really difficult. But I remember my 18th birthday, we went and actually played golf with my pop. Bro, I'm shocking at golf, but it was still that, to see Pop happy, to see me happy.
Makes him smile, bro.
After that, we went to his favourite pub, RSL, match with RSL. Yeah, and then after that we went there, had lunch, had some beers.
Beautiful.
It was good.
Need,
it was good, and I absorbed that. I loved seeing my grandfather happy, and I never knew how much he was through. He went through.
Yeah.
And he would always, as I say, like he would always tell me bit by bit, and he would always tell me about his father, going through.
Your great grandfather.
Yeah. About him going through war,
Yeah.
and his uncle, that was captured for 3 months by, I think it was Japanese prisoners. And it was just like, and so like my family had a pretty, I wouldn't say ongoing, but like existent army experience. We lost Pop. They said they gave us 3 months.
Yeah.
So work actually supported me and looked after me. They just said, look, don't worry about putting any of your leave in, don't worry about anything.
Yeah.
Just make sure you go to the hospital and spend as much time as you can
With him.
with my Pop, and just
soak it up.
literally, because
That's respect.
100%, and I was and like it just helped, because always money's always a problem,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
like knowing that, I was like, I just don't need to worry about money, I just need to just
focus on Pop.
worry about Pop, and obviously at the end of the day, I would have done it without money, but it always helped having that. So it was a pretty difficult situation. So what ended up happening was he ended up getting lung cancer. So it's called Agent Orange. So Agent Orange was something that actually, it was like a airstrike, that poison that pretty much caught up on him to actually
Over time.
yeah
Fucking hell.
that done his his lung.
Yeah.
So he got diagnosed with lung cancer.
Fuck.
So it was pretty hectic, it was a challenge for myself. And then he ended up getting, as it got worse, it ended up turning into bone cancer also.
Yeah, and that's when I remember it.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah, and like to be honest with myself, like it got pretty hectic for me. I ended up.
You're trying to juggle life, friends,
it was
family, Pop, work.
Yeah, it was just
a lot,
and I ended up obviously I do regret it, but me and my brother ended up having a fight. I still remember it to this day. It was so petty. It was literally, and like at the time, it was just stupid. Literally, it was just stupid. But I ended up breaking my knuckle, and it was.
I remember.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah.
So we ended up we put that aside, you know. So we didn't put that aside. We were still fighting. So like, it was just that it was starting to catch up on me. I was just.
There's a lot, mate. There's a lot going on.
Both of us wasn't.
In the right headspace,
not
I guess.
Comprehending, but we were out of it.
Yeah.
Like, we were just like, fuck, my pop's going through something, and there's like my pop's going through something. So it was like we're both in the same situation, but we both just didn't know how to.
Yeah.
Not absorb, but adapt to each other's like, you know, and
frustrations.
I guess, yeah, 100%, and upset, like, you know, it was so upsetting. And then, I remember one day, you know, this is when Troll come to South. So was that 2020? It was 2020, right?
Yeah, we've been 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020. So that wasn't pop.
Tough.
Yeah, and so my first cousin, Talara, is actually with Adam Reynolds. So Adam was with South
at the time.
Yeah, so Talara and Adam, Talara would then, she's obviously married to him, but she would then bring kids up, and Adam would come up, and Adam and Pop would, you know, speak about footy. And
Pop's big South supporter, massive South supporter,
huge South supporter, huge, and so this was a couple of days apart, but yeah, anyways, massive supporter, huge South supporter. And this is when Troll actually come to South, so I was like,
that's big,
they're huge,
massive,
huge. One of the best players in the game.
Absolutely.
And I ended up speaking about, you know, messaging him and letting him know, like saying, because I like speak to him every now and then, but I just said, look, like, do you have time throughout the week? My grandfather's, you know, on his last legs. I think it would be huge for you to be able to come in and say a couple of words, because one, you're a South supporter, and two, you're from, you know, pretty much, because he's from Taree, Foster and Taree is pretty much, you know, we've got a lot of family in Taree as well, but they're not far from each other. So it was like, literally. And he's like, no, all good. And I'm like, oh sweet, just like if you can't, like I don't wanna seem like I'm bugging you, like. Yeah. Said, no, it's sweet, you know, like, just didn't hesitate, and I was like, look, you know, it's just, I know, I said, look, just give me a message when you're close by, and I'll come grab you. So I seen him, he took 101 photos.
What a fucking bloke, bro. So you come and actually send your pop?
Yeah. And, yeah, no, 100%, so we ended up catching up, and I brought him in, and I was just, you know, explaining, you know, what's going on and that, and he's like, I'm so sorry about what's going on, like, you know, like, and all this stuff, and like he literally, and I said, like, you know, what's the go, you know, with media and that, and he's like, look, I don't mind getting photos, but like if there's media out about it, then it's just more drama for himself. He goes, like, I don't need a post by whoever it is just to make me seem like a good person. Yeah. And I was like, look, I 100% expect that. 100% respect that. Yeah. And like, you know, still to this day, if I didn't mention this, a lot of people wouldn't have realised that he took the time and the effort to go.
It's the shit you don't see, mate.
100%.
It's all this stuff on the field, and he's copped it, but it's sad.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's quite sad.
100%.
It's the shit you don't see.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment for him. You know, he got selected in the Australian squad, so good on him. But, you know, 100%. But, you know, last weekend,
played the
Korea knockout. People were like, you know, why would he risk it? This, that, blah, blah, blah. Like,
give him back, bro.
Honestly, playing the Korea knockouts and winning in the Korea knockouts is a dream for everyone and for anyone.
Yeah.
They end up, you know, going down against NAB in the grand final.
Good game of footy it was.
That was a great game of footy. So it was, you know, and that's what I was saying before. Jacob ended up actually captaining.
Look out.
Yeah, he ended up captaining our second squad to you know, play in our the first time of a seconds team that's actually been part of the Korea knockout. So
wow.
As I was saying before, he ended up he went to go play, and then they didn't end up putting him on for much time and all that stuff. So it was really emotional for him and all that stuff. So we actually ended up sitting down and say, let's just develop a young squad, second squad that can actually use as a platform for them to go into the ones and whatever else. So you know, Jacob you know, as I said before, he has a hard life, and he's had hard challenges in life, but he's adapted really well, and he's really bounced back from it. You know, he's got a girlfriend, and it's always good to see one of your,
lovely, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. It's always good to see one of your brothers smiling and having a giggle. You know, I always cherish our moments, especially on the field with him. You know, it's never a dull moment off the field either. You know, he's a character, and you know, I do love him. He's my brother too, so love that. But you know, as I was saying, go back to Pop. Pop was you know, played a massive role in my life.
Yep.
He always taught me what I can't do and what I can do. And you know, he was always supportive towards my football and stuff. And even Bint says that he used to be. My pop used to be his coaches and stuff, so like just little stuff like that, and it's always massive. Yeah, 100%. So like, my pop come to Sydney when he was 5 years old. I think he's saying that. So I was 5 years old. He ended up joining the army when he was 18. Nan and Pop got married when they were 20, or when he was 25.
Yeah, right.
So that's, you know, just a fairly long time.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Until, you know, 2020. So it's huge to, you know, have that, you know, I won't say hiccup, but like have that situation brought upon myself.
It's never easy losing someone, bro. It's
it was so hard.
Not meant to be fucking easy.
It was so hard. Like, as I said, you know, I broke my knuckle at the time, so it was made it difficult for myself. I was literally up there every day, trying to spend as much time as I could. You know, and as time would go, you'd see him just like pretty much disintegrate. You know, things would be different to what you see him yesterday or the day before.
Yep.
It was like you'd see him skinnier. You'd see him speak different because the medications would kick in and it would be overpowering him. It was so hard for us, and you know, at the same time it was COVID around too, so it was only very limited people in the hospital and all that stuff, and you know, I remember he ended up getting an operation on like a nail between his arms, so it didn't stretch. The cancer didn't actually, you know, go any further. So it was just to block it out, and I think he just got through one of the operations, so they were scared to do another one. So his lungs pretty much, like his ribs and everything else, pretty much gave in.
Shut down on him.
Yeah. So, and then, you know, Adam come back a couple of days later with a jersey that was actually signed with all the boys, Trell and all the boys, Cookie. You know, and like, as I say, you know, Pop was always a South fan, and I've always been one as well. But having, you know, them little things in life, like, you know, definitely pays a toll. And it, you know, it doesn't go unnoticed, especially towards myself. That's seeing the stuff that they've done behind the scenes. So it was pretty hectic. You know, we ended up, you know, wrapping him and put him in, you know, burying him in that jersey. So he still wears that jersey with all his heart. It was really, you know, a really difficult situation. I ended up actually calling my brother first time in, since I broke my knuckle, the first time I actually spoke to him, and I just said, look, let's just put everything beside us.
Smooth it out.
I just wanted, like, I just got the call from Nan, and I just wanted to let you know that, you know, Pop passed. And like, we all knew that was, you know, only a matter of time, but he was, you know, he you know, we both apologised, we both put it aside, and
bigger things in life, bro.
No, 100%. You know, we end up actually giving each other a cuddle and just said, let's just don't worry about this. Let's just worry about, you know, whatever else we need to do. So it was just difficult for us, you know. But we done that, so it was you know, a massive hiccup for me. When it comes to the funeral, we had I think it was 5 or 6 people in the room. And there was literally like
COVID.
Yeah, literally. I mean, Mella wasn't even a part of the room at the time. So And look, I get it. Like COVID at the time everyone was worried about, but it was horrendous. You know, myself, I had to sit 1.5 meters away from my nan.
I remember watching it on Facebook.
You know, I had to do a live stream on Facebook because there was a lot of family up north that couldn't attend. I had to do it for me, my brother. First like it wasn't ideal, you know. It really wasn't ideal.
The way you wanted to send him out.
Nah, not at all. You know, but they, you know, since then I attended an Anzac ceremony, so they do they usually do he usually goes out to the local schools and does a speech on behalf of, you know, and talk about his experience and stuff, but I went to La Perouse Public School the 2021, and I ended up doing I done a speech that he wrote.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, it was one of his speeches. His note. It was a letter he wrote to his grandmother. No, sorry, his mum and his sisters. From pretty much from war.
Jesus, that's a long time. That's time.
Yeah. So I read that out and you know, spoke on behalf of my grandfather.
That's fucking incredible, mate.
They ended up putting a plaque on one of the wall. Sorry, it was like a bit of a sandstone.
You're joking.
Yeah, so like I think, you know, a lot of our community within, you know, this, you know, Sydney region, but you know, usually southeast Sydney is usually, you know, understands and knows who my pop is and knows how much he's done for our country and stuff. And you know, I'm honoured to be his grandson, and you know, I'm still to this day, obviously, still trying to find my feet about losing him and stuff.
Of course.
But I suppose, 100%, and you know, especially the boys, like the boys were by my side. Every step I took, you know, I wasn't by myself, so I was always forever grateful for that. But you know, it's always going to be a challenge putting that in the past.
Mate. It's not easy.
But I'm always, you know, as I said before, you know, I'm always grateful for what he done for our country, for what he done for our family. Nan,
big respect.
Couldn't imagine how Nan, you know, could have got through it, because it's not easy.
No.
You know, so.
At all.
Yeah.
Sensational, mate. 5 years' time. I ask this to wrap it up every time with all my guests. 5 years' time, Davey J. Where do you see yourself, mate? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? For all the people out there, what's the goal?
I definitely.
It's a fucking tough question.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely it's not easy. Not easy at all.
Bro, I don't even know what I want to do in 5 years' time.
Look, I think I definitely want to still be a part of my Ranger group. That's 1,000,000%. Only because, one, the work that we're doing is huge. Two, it's building on having a bigger voice in our community.
Yeah. Like, just in Darwin.
No, Cairns.
Cairns. Like, I'm saying, like, it's fucking, it's going places, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's big.
Yeah, 100%.
So keep going. So, yeah.
I don't know. I think I still want to be definitely part of the Ranger group.
Yep.
I'm more play by ear with everything. I still obviously want to be playing like a lot of my sport and stuff.
We'll still be playing.
Yeah.
We say every year we want to give it away.
Yeah.
And people give us shit for us.
Yeah.
One more
Yeah.
tag. Yeah, we're going to be there for a fucking bit. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, to be completely honest, I think it's going to take a lot for me to stop.
Same.
But even if I do stop, I'm still always going to be a part of it.
Yeah. I want to go to Gold Coast with the gang and play up there.
Yeah.
One point.
That'd be sick.
That'd be fucking fun.
That'd be cool.
I knew that would be.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe the last one.
I think that might be a challenge. Not a challenge. That might be a wrap up.
That'd be the last one.
But I honestly,
to do it would be mad.
Yeah. I honestly don't really. I usually just try playing within the 1 to 2 to 3 years of my life.
Good man.
Because I feel like that. 5 years is like obviously
ultimate goal.
Yeah, ultimate goal, and that's something like I suppose. I definitely feel like, you know, I'm 23 at the time, so at the moment, so I feel like I'll be 28, and I feel like, you know, at least having a family would definitely be, you know,
Big thing.
on the list.
Yeah.
To do either by 28 or but I definitely do want to be able to travel.
Yeah.
And hopefully we do get over Europe or America next year, and
beautiful.
if not next year, the year after. But
we got time.
We definitely got time. But as long as we do it, I don't mind. But I think traveling's my favourite thing, and I think that I definitely want to be able to do that before I actually start worrying about a family.
Settle down,
yeah. So I think that would be part of my I guess journey for the next 5 years.
Yep.
Is just travelling, learning about different cultures and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I think obviously still having my my sense in the Ranger group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, I'm up in a bigger position to be able to become a supervisor or something, and take on a bit more of a hands-on role for our community, since a lot of our community, our community definitely needs
transition.
A lot of support towards the ocean and stuff. We always use the motto of healthy ocean, healthy community. So if our health of the ocean isn't good, then our community isn't going to be healthy. But I think we just got to be a part of it and try to take on as much initiative as we can to be able to bring our community together. 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Oh mate, that was fucking unreal.
Thanks, bro.
Every podcast's unreal, but that was fucking good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Just quickly want to touch on the last podcast. Just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for the last, kind of response. Yet again, it went fucking really, really well. Chigga's heading to Sweden, November, so that'll be fucking massive, and we can't wait for that. Can't wait to hear how it goes. We'll get him straight back on after that.
Make sure you support him as well.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%. Get behind his kid. He's got a big future. And Matty Marsh as well. He's doing really well. He's getting along with life. He's fucking killing it. He's fucking works good. He's at the gym. I speak to him, quite regularly. So so massive thank you to everyone out there that's kind of tuned in, listened in, and if you've gotten this far, massive love. Me and Davey will be up in Coffs again in November.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for that, because we've got a big house with the Queensland crew.
We do. I forgot about that.
And it's going to be fun.
It's going to be crackers.
Obviously, Chubbs, we're going to behave ourselves.
Yeah, of course.
We're going to behave ourselves.
But also, don't forget to, check in with our, our live updates with how our squad's going.
100%.
Support us.
Without doubt.
Opens.
It's a big tournament, this one.
Yeah,
Nationals is a big one. There's a lot of big competition.
Right us home.
I've heard that East is stacking the side. Not
East?
like Harry. Hazard the Great Man.
Oh yeah.
Stacking the
Yeah,
side.
nice.
I don't know. Costy the Great Man had a good tournament against him up at World Cup.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal bloke. Great player, fantastic player.
Yeah, sick.
Well, Lukey Lyons hurt himself with his hamstring, and then Costy came in.
That.
Bloke's a freak. He plays. He wears the white hat. Played him in the grand final.
Yeah, I do.
Freak.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh.
Yeah.
They got a very good side, that New Zealand side. Congratulations to them on the win.
Yeah,
Still fucking
hurts
me to this day, but well done to them.
100%.
They deserve it more than anyone. So, but yeah, so I've heard they've got a good side, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Let's fucking do it, eh?
Let's do it.
All right, Wrongs to Riches. Thanks for tuning in.
Take it easy. Let's try.
Let's fucking go, my brother.
Let's try.
But that was a good fucking chat.
Let's try. What have I got? 7 missed scores.